What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Rick live stream. This is where the markets have chosen violence. Welcome, everyone, in the chat box. Good afternoon from New York City. Good afternoon. Ken Shen, we have new people. I love to see new people here. So today we're going to cry together. We're going to laugh together. We're going to discuss everything that's going on, even though I do the daily pre-market updates for you guys. Thank you so much for watching them, by the way. Some of you guys, you're leaving comments and stuff. I absolutely love it. Kun is needing it. Hi, Katsuri, Captain JJ. Hello. All right. What's up here? Let me close Discord. Why is Discord not showing that I'm actually live? This is what annoys me. You know, I'm just closing it, whatever. Hello, Nikki. Nikki's my agent, undercover. And then we have Savas. Awesome, you guys, awesome. Well, I'm kind of glad that I was working on the indicators most of, you know, this wreckage this afternoon. Everybody make sure to hit the like button. Yes. I'm not sure. I'm not developing them with the Lux Algo people this time. So I'm a bit like, I don't know what to expect. You know why? Because Lux Algo are so good. I'll literally like come up with so many things for the current indicators that we have that are available for all of you guys. But anyways, like they were just perfect. Props to them. They're amazing. The best out there. I always said the trading view of indicators, but now I'm like dealing with a guy from Fiverr. You know what I mean? Like a massive downgrade. And I'm giving him like a perfect explanation of everything we need, all the true opens, you know, all the quarters, the different time frames, blah, 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 and the aesthetics on how I want everything to look like. And you know, it was really weird. Like I sent it to the guy. Why is that, Gabby? So I sent it to the guy on, like, I'm writing the description for like literally, I don't know, for like so long. Anyway, finally finish it. I send it. And then soon as I send it, hello, Fanny, the guy is like immediately responding with a product, you know? So I'm like, are you actually serious? Did you just send me an automation response? You know what I mean? Like where they just automate stuff. I was just like, you must be, I was like, dude, that's not what I need. You know, you're going to have to work with me and I'm very difficult. So, you know, are we doing it or not? Why not with a Lux Algo? Well, that's a good question, actually. I didn't ask them. So the reason is because they stopped developing indicators like that. They do it only like, yeah, AI coding probably. They do it only for Lux Algo, you know? So it has to be like their own indicator, whereas I wanted white label for me. Do you know what can't you write a script with an AI on Python? I mean, that's what Fiverr guys are for. No, like, why do I need to worry about that? I have all the other stuff that I need to worry about, such as the markets crashing, for example, Dodgy, brushing my cat's teeth. You know, that's already a lot of responsibility. I can't just go there and study Python out of nowhere. Makes no sense. Make it make sense. Anyways, what do we have? Okay, so this is insane. All right, this is insane because, oops. We had the unemployment claims. All right. 231 versus expectation, 212. Previous 209. Jolt's jobs opening, that was the big kicker. 2.54 versus expectation 7.25. Previous 6.93. Let's go through this nonsense real quick. So basically, unemployment claims. These are currently, you know, it's a clear jump from what obviously was expected. So from a macro perspective, when you look at these numbers, the first thing you're going to think that what's happening right now, this is supposed to be supportive for crypto and stocks, because when this thing happens, what do we know about that? We know that that's supportive for future rate cuts, you know, so this is kind of the data that we want to see. Now, Jolts, when you look at Jolts, kind of similar story. Now, why is this the big one? Well, first of all, there is a big miss. So that's a significant downside miss on this number. So the JOLTS opening is going to measure the demand for labor. It's not going to measure the hiring. Okay, so when job openings are falling like that, that will mean that companies are less aggressive about expanding their business. Okay, so workers are not going to have that much leverage, I guess. Okay, so wage growth pressure conditions are going to cool. This is exactly kind of the scenario that the Fed wants to see. You know, cooling signals from the labor market, blah, blah, blah. It's not recession entirely from what I see, you know, but generally it should be positive for commodities, for crypto, blah, blah, blah. But it's not how it works at the moment. So there is something bigger to the story, okay, that we don't know about yet. Don't do it, Gabby. Don't do it, Gabby, whatever it is. Dottie, send me a description. Yeah, okay, I'll send it to you later. So that's in terms of data. News-wise, I don't think anything else happened besides the fact that we have MicroStrategy reporting their earnings today. Hilarious. You know, MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, Tom Lee, you know, the super chats. Basically, yeah, I don't think they're doing that great at the moment. Let's remove this. We're going to talk about this in a second. So what is happening right now? Well, basically, you know, we're just continuing to the downside, and the first area of potentially something happening, we're looking at around 64k Bitcoin, like 64k Bitcoin, unfortunately. So we're going back to levels that we haven't seen. Wait, I need an older chart. Dude, we're going back to levels. We're literally rivaling levels back from 2021. Okay, this is the cycle tops from 2021. Now, the one thing I discussed in, which is really important, by the way, which I discussed on the pre-market update, you guys, is the fact that, you know, this kind of structure looks awfully similar, right, to this structure. So, I mean, I don't know. If this is true, we are like somewhere here right now, right? We're somewhere here. We're somewhere here right now because we have dropped, or here, whatever, I don't know, 30,000, whatever, 20, maybe 22,000. Like, we're gonna reach here probably, have some really ridiculous bear rally, and then potentially find a bottom. You know, if that is really true, this is disgusting. Okay, let's see how many weeks of upside that was over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 weeks before it failed again and continued to fail. But if also that's true, that means that, you know, we might be looking at some sort of reversals maybe in Q4 this year, like maybe something like that. Chats, I don't know. That is right. Yeah, so let's not hope that that's the, you know, the case scenario, but it might well just be, you know. It might well just be. And if we have the exact measure move, let's go back. If we have the exact measured move from, you know, from the high to, you know, to the channel, and we bring it down here, yeah, that takes us at around 56, 55k Bitcoin, basically. Now, if we're using the same tools that we used to identify successfully this top, and like I said, you know, we can do the exact same. Hi, Joel. Did you already look at NASDAQ? Yeah, I did. We'll have a look at it in a second. It looks awful. One of these days, my star will align. I'll be able to move to trading full time. Yes, Ken Rosher, hopefully, mate, you'll be able to do that. And I'll support you with everything I can on the way to your trading career. It's actually cool. It's very fun to do. It's hard to get used to, but when you master something and you can like repeat it every single day and take a little bit away from the market and add to that your swing trading is the perfect case scenario, in my opinion. You know, so when Bitcoin's dropping like that, or whatever markets, right, you'll be able to trade forex or whatever. Okay, if one market's not working for you, you should be able to move to another market. Everyone, make sure to like this video. Don't forget, by the way, share the link on Twitter as well. I think it's this one. If you follow my Twitter, it's Gabby Trades. Okay, there is many scammers. You guys, I want you to follow the right account. Anywho, if we're looking at you know, the same tool that we use to identify the top, we're looking at potential extensions up to like 44K on Bitcoin. Like this is deep. Honestly, the buy zones or the beginning of the extensions are going to start at around like 55, 56K, and then we move to, because we have 3 levels at the level of extension using the RTM model. Dottie knows, he probably already calculated them. Anyways, so yeah, it's just it is what it is, right? I mean, imagine the scenario. Okay, look at this structure over here. You come up, blah blah blah, whatever. You come down, blah blah blah. You come a little bit up, whatever. You know, you go down, blah 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 blah, and then you go back up, maybe. You know, classic structure. These are the kind of things that you see on a lower time frame so much, but I'm not gonna help you more with that unless you're in the RTM trading model theory, which, by the way, I haven't even given a lesson on that, so don't worry about that. Yeah, it will. That's why I want to develop the indicator, so it's easier for you guys, right? For me, I kind of see the times and everything that I'm used to, so it's time for November. Dude, I know. Solana. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna focus now a little bit more, but this is what I wanted to tell you. So we're actually very close to the beginning of the true month open in February, which is actually happening next week, guys. Okay, it's actually happening next week. Now, this week is also part of February, obviously, right? Like, we're not retards. We know that the first week of February is part, but our true month open starts here for whatever reason. Not gonna get into details right now. But yeah, we definitely want to see what keeps on happening here, because next week could be a potential for something, maybe even tomorrow, right? I don't know. I had some friends of mine just talking to me about 6th of February, but I don't believe these guys like one bit, you know. Didn't I say Solana was going to 60 a couple of days ago? Almost there. Adrian. Yeah, you did. You did. Let's look at ETH real quick. Everyone, make sure to like the video, make sure to share. Probably everyone is just hidden somewhere in a hole and crying in their pain right now. Smashing through areas of interest on ETH, trading through daily support completely. So if we're gonna see some similar situation to what happened to 2022, we're probably gonna have a daily candle with a big wick, right? I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna happen in the exact same way, but you know, obviously one thing you want to be looking out for is when that reversal starts happening, anywhere it happens, you want to be looking for volume, right? You want to see the delta, you want to see what's happening, if there is any response, if buyers are actually getting involved on Bitcoin. Okay, not on Ethereum, not on Solana, on Bitcoin. Remember that, okay? Like, irrelevant what happens to ETH and Solana in these kind of situations, okay? What was I drawing here? Oh, the liquidity, yeah, the liquidities. Anyways, here they are, smashed through. I cannot, you guys, I cannot. Here it is. Someone from the chat box here, one of our people, they actually rang the alarm on this, rang the bell on this liquidity, because I didn't even see it. It was on a daily time frame, and they're like, Gabby, it's here. I have the indicators, and I'm like, oh crappity crap, it's here. Sitting smack at 79 Solana. So I guess that's where we're heading. Once we snap that liquidity, potentially something might happen. Okay, so I'll be looking at this area. In fact, let's just mark it all together. Since we happen to be live on the stream, we're gonna identify a little bit. Obviously, we have the wick over here. Fill, liquidity snap down here. This now is liquidity. Let's look at daily a little bit. This has been fairly rebalanced. All of this down here looks like liquidity to me, but honestly, like, the clean break started from here, so let's just go back on weekly. Sorry, you guys, just adjusting the chart here a little bit, and we're gonna mark this entire zone here, okay? We're gonna mark this entire zone and go back on daily and hope that this marking stays. That's why I don't like marking this, because the marking disappears and it appears back on the 12 hourly for some reason. But yeah, this is kind of the range that you're interested in, because this is pretty much where, you know, buyers and sellers were fighting and buyers took over, okay? The thing is, we have essentially kind of retested that area. We have filled the imbalances. Let's see if we're going to hold this area. That's going to be interesting. If we don't, like, honestly, I see all of this going. It's going to be crazy. Jamie Barisov. Jamie Barisov just hit that like button. Let's go. That's what we want, okay? We want everyone to hit the like button and chat in the chat box, because that helps the algorithm to show us to more people. You know what I mean? Like, all of this here is eventually going to be, you know, wiped, in my opinion. See, here you have a previous high from what are we looking at? 10th of July 2023. I had a doctor friend back in the days that bought Solana like so cheap, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna buy it. Anyways, yeah, $33. But let's not think about these levels right now, okay? This is the one that we're looking at. In between 63 and 79. Hopefully some reaction from it. What else? Do we have something else? $5 Solana. Isn't MicroStrategy Terror only gonna cause this crash even more tonight? Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, honestly, I don't know. I was asking Dottie today, like, because I also don't know what their average price is. I was at this birthday party last week during the weekend, and there was this a stockbroker guy who had like a really nice strategy to like sell and buy Bitcoin and MicroStrategy at the same time, like, you know, trade the difference. And he told me what their average price was, but I forgot. Pretty sure he said something 60 or 50 something. 60 or probably 52. I feel like he said 52. Yeah, it's a very micro strategy. Joel, I sold most of it. I sold most of it. I don't even know what I still have. I still have some XRP. I still have some the major ones, you know. But all of the other crap I got rid of. Yes, NASDAQ. Let's look at NASDAQ. Hold on. NASDAQ is honestly like I'm not looking to long this at all. Do you know what I mean? Like it just looks so sus right now. Dude, like on a daily, you know, high, trying to rival, fail to rival the previous high, fail to rival the major high, you know, and now you're trying to rival the high again, you're failing. This is just, look at the liquidity down here. Like what would you buy this for? Like this is obviously on a daily time frame, but like, you know, these are the kind of situations where you want to be obviously careful. So you know, that's why I told you guys from some time ago that I'm not planning to, I don't care what happens to it. I see the liquidity, like I know where generally it is going. Like lower time frame, okay, yeah, we get it, right? We get it. But we're not trading the 15-minute at the moment. Or if you are, like if you are trading NASDAQ, maybe scalp it, dude, right? Let's look at the 5-minute look, liquidity to the downside. Let's see the formations over here. First of all, the timing is very important as well. We're just coming in New York afternoon. You don't have any business trading in New York afternoon, to be fair with you. It's usually where the breakage happens. But you guys know that. Joel is not in the course, but you know, when you see a London session like this, you pretty much know how to handle the New York after. It's important, but straight fail here, right? Straight fail. They didn't even manage to bring it up to the SR flip zone on the, that's a 3-minute. Let's look on the 1-minute. It's probably going to be more interesting. Yeah. Build up, sweep, push, fail to make a new high, fail to make a new high, send it lower, like just textbook stuff. Look at the reaction, right? All of these things I'm going to teach you in the RTM model theory course. If I have this weekend, I'm going to record some videos because I'm planning to do some stuff. Maybe I'm gonna go play paddle tomorrow. That'll be really fun. And I just want to like do something outside, dude, because I've been so busy. I just don't do anything, you know. But anyways, a perfect retest. Let's look at the timing. 9:50. Key timings. Also, if you know on the RTM course, you know exactly what to trade. I had a guy, you know, some people want to buy the course now. They're like, hey, it's too expensive. I'm like, I know, because I told you guys the prices are going to get up. But for the VIPs, obviously, I put the price down, so you have a chance right now to go and get it. I changed it to 350 just because I wanted to give the guy the link before the stream. So it's currently now 350 and you have 20% off. You know the discount code if you're on Discord. If you're not, you pay full price. I don't care. But anyways, like, yeah, so you know, the major moves happen in specific times, and yeah, you should be pretty much done by around here. In this range, you're done, right? You should have been done. Anything else, New York afternoon session is not something you want to be playing with. Okay. And yeah, the session indicators, everyone can get that indicator, but like the thing is, you won't get the timings of it. So we can't see your times at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, okay, because I like screwed it up completely and I had to change the whole thing. And of course I knew I'm gonna like not do it correct. So here we are. And now I don't know how to fix it. Hold on, I'll try it like that. How about now? Are we good? Can we see? All right, all right, all right. All right, we chill. I think that's good. Thank you for that, Summer J. You're very observant. Fix it on the spot. Of course I'll fix it on the spot. That's how we get stuff done here. Let's see here in a 15-minute time frame. No, I don't like this structure as a reversal at the moment. It's not my ideal. Where are we coming from? First of all, let's have a look on a higher time frame. Yeah. Joel wants to short. He wants to trade. I love that. Yeah, I can see it. You know, I could have seen the scalp over here for sure, but scalp, nothing more. Nothing more. New York afternoon is just like, why would you do this to yourself, you know? And if anything, this asset is just not at the moment. Yeah, you definitely have a reason why you should bring price back to certain levels, you know, such as 25.4, 25.6 approximately. You do have work to get done in that area, but yeah. Let's look at the weekly, but it's just like a really not very pleasant range at the moment. So yeah, I'd say scalps for this is probably ideal. They're already weakening the S&P 500. Is just like, come on, what are you doing? Like retesting the same area like 2 times. These lows need to go. Like, who are you fooling? Not me. Come on, chart. Not interested. Let's look at silver. Silver just wiped everything in a day. Crazy. That's nuts. But still, these lows here need to be cleared. So I'm not surprised that this is happening from the area that we wanted to short from. So if you caught the short, congratulations. If you didn't, I don't know what you're doing. If you're watching here, thanks for looking. Yeah, sure, of course. But anyways, yeah, and in case you weren't short here, you had an option to get in here and just to send it lower for 2 hours, basically make some very good money. -15-minute time frame. It's done its job, really. Is that a potential reversal structure? Like, could be, you know, and maybe retest the level 75 and then just send it. Could be. You know, if you're looking to trade late. But I'd say, you know, if you're looking to trade late, one thing that's probably better is if you go and trade Asia session on a 1-minute time frame rather than New York afternoon. How's the USO looking before World War II? I mean, probably, I think, I have no idea, dude, if I can pull my chart that far back. Probably, I don't know. I mean, this is as far as we can go back. And it's like nothing I can. It's kind of crazy that the liquidity indicators are actually working on that kind of chart. That is insane. Trevor, don't worry. No, World War III. We're not supposed to say this. I'm not supposed to say because they're going to like literally snipe our channel down. So don't try and like, you know, force me to say stuff like that. You know, lots of crypto channels are closing. I don't consider my channel as a crypto channel. Look at that liquidity. Crazy. Look at the buy zone. Tap, insane. Like, we're talking 90-90. And you're telling me the market is like, it's all the same, dude. It's all the same. Buying and selling pressure, and you either know it or you don't, you know? Look at this. Snap at the liquidity, send it lower. This is 12 hourly. This is why I like 12 hourly so much. Liquidity from the 1950s. Let's go. Oh. This is nuts. What should we do for the funsies? Should we look at XRP? Oh my lord. Let's look at the 12-hour. Let's look at the 4-hour. Let's look at the daily. Ooh. I swear this was liquidity on some time frame. I forgot which one. Were there markets back then? Winter Mutant 1960. Yeah, go on YouTube and watch documentaries. Like there's so many cool documentaries on it. XRP. Are we gonna snipe that low? I think we are. Where are we going? Hold on. Alarm bells. You guys, XRP 0.236. I'm not even kidding. We're close to 0.236. Now I have to assess if that's like actually, you know, the correct leg. It probably is. It probably is. Is it though? Is it? Or is this low should be it? We don't have a body break here though. We do not have a body break. That's why I put the leg down there. So, but for the funsies, let's do it. Okay. So, 1.14, anything between 1 and 1.14. I mean, it's a huge difference. I don't know what to tell you. This is an old buy zone. It was already revisited. Let's try and look at the candles a little bit to identify some levels here. So this snap over here in October, 10th of October, I'll look at SUI for sure. Crypto manipulation trader, I will look at SUI. But with this candle, everything was snapped. So it's super annoying, right? Because let's mark the low of it, right? Let's do it. Hold on, let's do it. And zoom in. Sorry you guys if I'm just like, okay, so we've kind of tapped perfectly into like a previous demand zone. You can say that this has balanced. You really can, like, yeah, so I'd say definitely like 1.14 maybe. And then if they decide to bear trap, you know, each and one of us, we're looking at ridiculous levels. 0.066, 0.74, like all of these. Okay, not to mention we have, I don't want to talk about it. Let's just not talk about it. Okay, I just don't want to talk about it. It's horrible. Weekly time frame, we have 0.56, actually very good level. In case, you know, you guys, these are important stuff. I'm not even kidding. right? We're gonna keep looking at everything, but if you guys are not paying attention to these things, I think you're missing out, because you know, even if it doesn't happen today, if it ever happens, you need to have markings with your indicators, right? You're using the indicators, correct? A lot of you guys have them. If you don't have them, grab them in the description box. Okay, everything is in the description. Get on Discord as well, please. Do it. It's free. You can get your VIP via Bluffin sign up or Bitunic sign up under my link. The instructions are on Discord once you join. If you're looking for a community, okay, since lots of KOLs have packed up and left. I don't consider me as a KOL. I think I'm a trader, but I'm here and I'll be around. So you guys are welcome. Okay, anyone who is a trader. I don't want no crypto gurus, tech, you know, white paper gurus. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. You read all the papers, you know, and everything is bad. I don't want to say bad words, but you know, it seems like a big, massive Ponzi. Okay, so I don't care about your white papers. I don't care how much you understand about the projects. If you can't read a tape on the chart, don't come in my Discord. Okay, I don't care, because that's not kind of the community I have. But otherwise, you're welcome. If you want to learn trading, you guys are welcome. But that's all I care about. I really don't understand any of all these things. Gabby, if you update them, are we eligible to use them in current subscription? The indicators. So what I'm going to do is these are going to be it's going to be only one indicator, and it's going to be attached to the RTM membership. So that's how it's going to go. The liquidity and all the other indicators are going to be separate, and still you can get them, you guys. And of course you have to use all of these things if you want to trade like me. It's not okay. I can't say bad words because they're gonna snap. They're gonna clip my channel. Can't do that. Everyone, make sure to like this video. Thank you for being active in the chat box, because you know I don't like talking by myself. It's kind of weird. But anyway, 0.55 or 0.5. You know, if I zoom in, I'll probably like find the exact level. But this is kind of the level that we're looking at. All right, 107. 1018. No, this is not a level. Look how I need to delete it immediately because I'll get confused. But anyway, yeah, here is you know, when we had some supply and then we just like whatever, dude, like this whole thing might get snapped, right? We might bring it even back, retest this previous high from like 10th of July 23, like up here 0.96. All of these things can happen. So you know, you have to be able to like kind of look at the levels. This is an important one, 8697 as well. With this level, they will rebalance all of this weekly price action that's been, you know, not balanced. Shall we look at any altcoins for the funsies? Do you guys have anything? It looks so bad. Like, so bad. Not gonna lie. I do like it when you let one slip, Casper. I know. Casper is Cas, right? I swear I always ask the same question. Wow, would you look at that? Look at my prediction on Cas. Well, I don't do prediction, right? I'm not. What's this guy? Arthur, what was his name? Arthur, you know? Bitcoin to 260K. He's doing predictions. I'm just reading the tape, okay? So, yeah. Anyways, very depressing, extremely depressing. It's probably gonna find some sort of support before it completely like smashes. Let's see where that could be a possibility for this. This was kind of rebalanced. Yeah, I would say this is definitely an area here. So we're reaching some sort of you know, area of interest. You want to be very careful. Yeah, definitely buyers regain control here. Otherwise you're looking way lower. But obviously, you know, we're not touching anything until you know, Bitcoin and ETH show some signs of potential anything they want to do, right? Terrible. See these levels, right? This one on the monthly. See the reaction from it. Generational, this move. I mean, I'm looking at the monthly, but for me, it's like the same as if I'm looking on the 1 minute. Like there's no difference whatsoever. But yeah. $10% on the day, yeah. Any word on Ondo? Dude, I have no idea. Let's have a look. No word on Ondo. Speechless. Absolutely, totally speechless. Like, they brought it to extreme one time, they're bringing it back to extreme a second time. Is it an extreme zone? Yeah, totally. 100%. Okay. 100%. It's so disgusting. Like, I don't even know why you guys want to look at these things. Like, it's just yeah, like you're probably looking into this cluster down here for potential reaction. 225, 228, so not too far. Just like everything, right? It's always all together that they will be at some sort of level of interest, or they won't be all at the same time. So yeah, definitely worth checking. Wow. Yeah, we're probably gonna have some reaction at around 65, 64k. So I don't know, should we sleep tonight? I mean, do we want to catch the bottom? Yes, 100%. Can we wait? Yeah, I mean, I won't lose sleep over this. If it happens, I'll find a higher time frame entry regardless. And but yeah, it doesn't seem like this is it for now. So CZ coin. Let's look at CZ coin. Ooh. Yeah, almost at level as well. Here's our daily that I didn't even bother to draw because I thought it's not going to be necessary for a very long time. But here we are. So there you go, 617. 617, 617. This whole thing here as well, I'd say. You want to have it marked for shizzle. This was balanced with that. Fine, cool, chill. Weekly, potentially all of this is gonna get clipped. We had a perfect tap here. Look at that. Look at that perfect tap in our zone of weekly. Look at that, right? You're like, hey, should I buy Bitcoin? What should I do? 49k snap. Look at that. Same exact thing that happened with Bitcoin. right? The same exact thing, but different chart. Interesting, interesting. Let's get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. We can see. We have eyes. We can see. But yeah, listen, like all of this, you know, selling pressure, it will be rebalanced eventually, you know. Just like this, buying pressure is currently getting a rebalance. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to draw that. Yes, everyone hit the like button, but you know, all of these things get balanced. Price likes balance. That's it. That's it. Okay. I don't think so. You know, he's in bed with Trump. Trump doesn't know him apparently, but he pardons him, so I don't know. I mean, but hope we're clear here on the levels for this as well. Then we have 500 if things start going really south, like 498, 500. Look at all that collected liquidity here as well. Pretty cool level. All these things. You're looking to short Palantir. Hold on, dude. Where's my Palantir? Oof. Snipe. All the levels. Just gone. Not respecting daily SR zone. So this is, yeah, this is probably going to spill a little bit more. Let's look at weekly once again. You have a daily gap for over here. Why not? Maybe you go back, retest that zone. You're currently reacting from an extreme. You're double bottoming this right now. So that's definitely going to be a target. So that's all rebalanced. So yeah, I'd say if I'm interested, it's going to be around here. Nothing before that. For a short, you need to be looking at the lower time frames. Yeah, so I mean, you do have the clear level, right? On the daily, which is 142. So if price comes back to that level, I'll be watching. I'll be watching for some sort of reaction from it. So yeah, but this is definitely not done in my opinion. But this is what happens, right? And we've discussed that so many times, so I don't know if AI bubble is gonna pop, probably, to be honest, because yeah, there's the valuations are bad, things are very expensive. So yeah, it's gonna probably pop in some way, but nobody's buying software anymore, dude. Like, everyone wants AI, so. But yeah, too much clustered is never good. Definitely to be careful. Orders but no payments, yeah, that as well. So hopefully they're pricing all that in. Yeah, my strategy is down bad. But like we said, almost at levels as well. We have in between like 100 and 102. We already discussed that today. 79 as well is an area of interest. All right, dudes and dudeses, I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys on Discord. If you're not on Discord, make sure to join. Okay. Yeah, pretty crazy. JJ. Thank you guys, and I'll see you on Discord, all right? Stay safe, okay? Bye now.